Good morning, guys. It's Paula. I finished the Mary Poppins book, and I promised I would bring it over and do a flip through for you. I'm trying to do the Mary Poppins, the December daily, and work on something else. So it's been a little crazy for me. But anyway, let's get started going through this. I hope the light's okay. This one light wants to glare. Let me kind of see if I turn it this way, if it'll do better. It's my best light for me to see. I don't know if it's necessarily the best light for you guys, but I just don't want it to keep you from seeing. Has a hitch post on it, and it has, you know, from the haul I did the other day, it has the vintage eyelet on here, which I just thought went perfect with the old-timey dress, and it has the teapot spine. It has two signatures. It's an 8x6 and a 1 3/4 spine, and it's got the corner post on all four, and yeah, so it was fun. I had ordered some carousel fair like paper, you know, like going to the fair, and so to go with this, and you know, they talk about a spot of tea in here too, so that's why I did the teacups. All right, it's purplish blue is the main color. So I'm going to move it over here and see if we can't get, if I can't get comfortable enough to sit down and go through with it. Okay, if I don't move it, I think I'll be doing okay. My tablecloth is wanting to fall on top of my book. Okay, all right, guys. Of course, you can see here, it's got the carousel. You know, the paper is carousel and fair, and you know, things weren't always in the exact spot that I would have liked for them to have been in, but what can I say? Has the rosettes up and down the spine, the off-white ones that match the vintage eyelet lace. During this book, I used a lot of Ooh La La Crafts lace and trims. So you need to go see Christy over at Ooh La La Crafts and let her know that I sent you there. I'll put a link below. All right, this is some of her stuff right here. I made this really cute, and these are both vintage buttons. This little button is so old, you can see cracks through the whole thing. But I just had this leftover piece of lined paper, and I just decided I wanted to do something with it. So I've made like a little journaling area here and a little pocket here. It says best day on it, and it flips down, and you have a pocket here at the bottom. Can you see that? There you go. It has a pocket here at the bottom. With all of this is Christy's, either her fabric ribbon or her fabric strips, which are stunning. I love these rosebuds. So it flips up and flips down. And then back here it has a tag for journaling. And it says, "This book belongs to." So whoever gets this can put their name down on the tag. Okay, so let's get started. You know what? I forgot to count the pages, but I know that it's, let me think out loud in my head here. It's more than what is in the Christmas books. So it's probably going to be like 80 something. So I just did tea stain paper. All the tea stain paper is stitched. All the ribbon is stitched on. All the eyelet lace, I guess I should say. I put a few little kind words Like this one says goodness and kindness, and you know, a lot of fun things. A lot of different papers that I've been gathering. Some vintage papers. This folds out here. And here's where the story starts. And this Mary Poppins is really a pretty Mary Poppins also in the book. This was the original Mary Poppins stories are copyrighted in 1934, 1935, 43, 52, 62, and 63. Now, this particular one was 1964, and I know that it said it was 29 cents on the book. So there's a Ferris wheel, side tuck, journaling paper, lined paper. Here's some of the old vintage ledger paper, which I just love, and it's in really good condition. Here's some more of the story. I love the clothes from Mary Poppins. She's always lugging that umbrella around. We made this tag in a collage video the other day. I'm sure most of you remember that. I put it here in a side tuck on a journaling page. And I used all the journaling cards from the kit. This is On Top of the World. Here is a pocket. Here is a pocket that has the carousel. I think this is a really cool picture. It's done like a Polaroid. And this is one of Christy's flowers here, which I just think is, I love those. And this is like probably my favorite. I think we made this together the other night, but this teapot paper was in one of the vintage magazines, and I made a tag out of it with Christy's lace that has the little rosettes and the little wood beads. So cute. And I believe she also has that in tea stain in her shop. Christy's very busy. She works and also does this Etsy, which is really taken off. So she has some beautiful stuff. I made a pocket here out of little quilt squares with journaling tag and some little crocheted flowers, just for the fun of it. Here's the first center page. The book has beads that match the colors that are in the book. Here is an envelope that I made. I'm going to take it out. I hadn't taken it out. And it slips down onto this purple sheet. So you just unclip it. And what I did is I cut out a music sheet, and I just slipped it inside the two of them. And on the back here, I glued one flap over onto the other one and put some washi tape to secure it. And made journaling cards here, just to slip in enough to show. But inside the paper music sheet goes all the way down here and all the way down here. Was it easy to get in there? No. But I liked the way it turned out. I thought it turned out really cool and different. And so that's what we all strive for, is something different. Isn't that right? Okay, here's some more of that old photo paper, which I love. Some more journaling sheet. Here's a pocket here. It says, "Today was magic." Free ticket to every ride at the fair. I just think these little cards are so cute. Music sheet. Here is a pocket that has old lace and a vintage button. And it says carousel, 25 cents per ticket. Can you imagine paying 25 cents to ride anything? Not anymore. what is it now at the mall? $5 or something crazy. We also made this bag together, and it is a glassine bag that's been coffee stained, and I covered it in this beautiful what looked like a wedding sleeve to me paper with pearls, and then I put it on this card, and then just did some white doodling, and then used some of Christy's ribbon to top it. I like the way it turned out. It's got a little bit of grunge, and then it's got the class happening. Zigzag paper, more old photo paper. Here's a side tack, the unicorn. Things that you would see in a fair, a Ferris wheel. There's a little bit of gold throughout the book. This was one we made online, made together the other night. This is an old vintage picture out of a old book, and you know how they always had ads in the back of the book. And it was someone was selling a wooden carousel prancer. Anyway, so I just did different layers, and I used Christy's lace that looks like an old collar, and then a rosette here at the bottom. And I put it in a side pocket here. More ledger. And now we're coming up on this really pretty picture of Mary Poppins. I think she looks really pretty there. And so I decided to put this little bag with the alpha letter M for Mary right here with some lace and just a little rosebud. But she looks really pretty. The illustrations are pretty in this book. Here's a side pocket with hot air balloons, and I thought that was cute too. Lots of journaling space. Extra roller skating in the park. I guess they're doing auditions. Things are sure different now when you go to a carnival. And this is that beautiful ruffled vintage looking lace from Christy's shop, Ooh La La Crafts. And here is your ticket to ride the carousel for 5 cents. I guess it got cheaper along the way. Tea stain paper. Here's another little pocket that I did out of the quilt squares, and then I just kind of embellished and did like a tab here on the side that says happiness and celebrate. That is the end of signature 1. In signature 2 we continue with the carnival and different papers, some of the same papers, but some different ones too. Here is the circus tent, the top of the circus tent on the right, which is some cool paper. And here is some of the fabric that I used on the binding, and I just kind of rolled it up and tucked it and made ruffles and sewed buttons. And it's got a little pin here with yellow and blue little beads on it. More paper to journal on. Here is another one of those ruffles and the tops of the tent. Does that bring back your childhood? It did me. I thought, man, that looks like something from our past. Here is a Ferris wheel. 50 cents for the Ferris wheel. It must have been a big deal. And here is a swan paddle boats. I remember paddle boats at the fair. And look at this cute little carousel. He's so cute. There they are, just riding around on the carousel. And then they just decided to take off. Because Mary Poppins can make that happen. They can ride those carousels anywhere. Now, here comes some real horse races along beside Mary Poppins. More journaling paper. Here's a little pocket I made out of the photo paper. Glued the sides and just made a pocket. It wanted to bend for some reason, and I thought, well, I'll just make a pocket out of it. I'd rather do that than not look good. And here's some more gold. So pretty. Here's another of the photo paper. Lots of journaling space. Oh no, it's starting to rain. Gonna have to pull out the old umbrella. And they did. Here's some just colorful, fun things from the carnival. Date night. Tickets for a date night. And more various papers. There she is under the raindrops. This journaling card says the details. I guess you get to find out what the details are. And here is a file card that says sing, because you know they were singing up a storm. Goes in this pocket. This book also has lots of pockets. And, I mean, you don't have to leave what I've got in here. This is just a starting point for you to kick you off to start doing what you want in your book. And here is another one of the tea books that I just made a different shape. Some more of that ledger. Here is a belly band that I did with just some eyelet lace. And then it has a teacup or teapot journaling envelope and inside a journaling card. I thought that turned out cute. And it has some of that vintage eyelet on it as well. And more paper, more paper. Here is Pearl's Pretzels. Come on down to have some Pearl Pretzels. Get you some cheese to dip it in or some mustard. And there is the tent tops again. Looks like Mary's having a conversation with the kids in their bedrooms that night before she tucks them in. And so she just sews or crochets until they fall asleep. She says at the end, stay awake, don't rest your head, don't lie down upon your bed. While the moon drifts in the skies, stay awake, don't close your eyes. Sweet. And then there's more little journaling cards. Some old music sheet under a belly band. And various papers to journal on. And do whatever you want to decorate. Here in the back, I wanted to put a doily in this book. And I thought this doily looked really fitting. It's the circle. I'm not going to pull it out because I'll have to work it back down in there. But you can see that it's a circle shape. It's got a pin with a couple yellow beads and a couple blue beads. Blah, blah. I'll get it out in a minute. Okay. And then this is Christie's Flowers here across this Tim Holtz card that's on an envelope. And again, it has a hinge post. It has 4 corner tucks or corner things to protect it, you know. And it's chunky. I'll count the pages and put that on the line for you, but it's got, I can't imagine wanting more pages than what it's got on it. I mean, it's got quite a few. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll get this into my Etsy shop within this next 24 hours, probably tonight. And so be looking for it. If you're interested, you know that Mary Poppins is going to be coming out, I believe, on the 19th of this December, 2018. Yeah, so the book's coming out about the same time as the Disney movie. And this says it's a Walt Disney movie. So, all right, guys. Well, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And I will see you on our next video. Have a great day. Bye.